but we really started, you know, working and communicating. But I started seeing that, damn, I could use this blue check to tap in with them soldiers that's not just standing on the damn corner. That's not just standing outside, because it's a real war zone. Yeah. A lot of people want to get access to these soldiers that's responsible for a lot that's happening in the community. But, you know, it's really war out here. So you're not just posted on the corner 24/7. We in basements. We in, you know, halfway houses. We in the crib, you know, calling plays and making shots. So I started to use that to set up meetings with different brothers, reaching out, hey, you know, let's tap in, let's connect. Some brothers was reluctant. What you want to talk about? Are you the feds? What's going on? You see what I'm saying? But from there, we started chopping it up. We started building. And when different members in the trench started to see different soldiers from the trench associating with me, they say, if bro rocking with them and bro giving them, you know, a chance, if bro giving them, you know, time of day, maybe, you know, we can tap in with them. And then it really just started spreading like rapid fire, man. And we can't do the work that we're doing without being men of integrity, keeping our word, because the second your word become faulty in the trench, it's damn near rap, man. You see what I'm saying?
Nah, for real.
Yeah.
That shit crazy. But it's crazy to say that some of the people was looking at y'all, so some people do question, like, man, is you the police? Some people really be on that type of shit?
Man, listen, bro, it's a lot of people in our community who pretend to give a damn about the community, bro.
Break that shit down.
Man, bro, man, I learned this. You know, one of my mentors was saying, the more you start to do the work, the real people in the community that's causing the problems, the real enemies gonna start to show themselves and expose themselves, bro. And I didn't really understand that until I really got super deep in the trench and deep in the mud. I don't want to put too many names out there, but it's a lot of people. We think it's just us, you know, that's responsible for the mess and all of the killing and all of the drama in the community. But it's people, man, that throw dirt and hide their hands, bro, that you would never think is even responsible for some of the death that's taking place in our community, big bro. And I forget what leader said it, but somebody said that, you know, they'll pay a black person to kill another brother just to say that a brother did it. You see what I'm saying? So it's all types of stuff going on in our community, but you got scams going on with violence prevention money. You got people out here taking pictures next to members in the trench just so that they can go down to the state and get a government grant by saying, you know, we working with these soldiers. The government give them $500,000 to quote unquote do work in the community, but they take that money and they pocket it. You see what I'm saying? I'm finding out now, and maybe I'm just young and oblivious, but I'm just recently finding out it's billions of dollars out here for violence prevention. But I'm trying to figure out where that money at. You see what I'm saying?
Just start that in.
Billions of dollars for violence prevention, and the trench looked the way that it looks. So a lot of times brothers is reluctant because it's like people come talking a good game all the time, bro. Come stand on the block. We trying to clean it up here one day, going tomorrow. So I know I'm coming behind a lot of people that's not serious, bro. That's not solid. That's not standing on what it is that they supposed to be standing on. So I already came into it knowing that I was going to get a certain level of pushback because I'm talking similar to a lot of people that's talking like they really about cleaning up the community. So I know that it's really a time thing for me. Certain people not going to understand it in the gate and in the door. But as long as I keep on pushing and rocking and rolling, we're going to focus on the positive, and the negative going to take care of itself. So, yep.
It hit different. So, bro, what you feel like, man? The way you be wording this shit, man, it hit different on this moment. Let's start there. Now, look, what another big question is, so in your eyes, how you looking at this shit, what can be done? Like, what's the next steps? Like, what's next for us? Like what's next? Like, it hit different.
Man, we just got to keep working, bro. I said in one of my songs recently that one of the most difficult things for me in recent times has been pushing the peace, pushing the unity, bringing us together, while at the same time watching soldiers die, bro. Watching brothers die and bodies drop. And brothers will reach out like, hey, man, you know, I thought y'all was pushing the peace. I told y'all this unity, this, that, and the third one gonna work. But we never said or declared that what we was gonna do was gonna stop all of the killing. We never said that what we was doing was gonna stop all of the violence. Our objective is to save as many lives as we possibly can. You see what I'm saying? We know that bodies, unfortunately, are gonna continue to drop. And brothers is going to continue to die because we got an enemy that work day and night to make sure that we stay into it with each other. So what we saying is not that, hey, you know, we're going to push the peace, we're going to push the unity, we're going to do the whoops, and one day you're going to look up and it ain't going to be no killing. We never said that, so don't put that on us.
Yeah,
But what we doing is our best to put a different narrative out there so that the young soldiers and different members in the trench can say, damn, this is our alternative. This is something else we can do.
Let's break this shit
And
down.
when you look at the trajectory of the men that decide to change their lives, bro, and stand on righteous business and make intelligent decisions, and you feel what I'm saying, being calculated with their movement, the reality is they live longer, bro. They live longer lives. They live more prosperous lives. But unfortunately, a lot of these young shorties ain't never really seen men, bro, right? Integral men that's not only gonna stand on, righteousness, but that's also gonna die about it, right? They ain't seen that. And then a lot of time they ain't never seen men that's gonna stand on it, but ain't no damn cornballs. You see, it's different now,
Break that
right?
shit down. Break this shit down.
Now, so a lot of time the young soldiers feel like, man, if I gotta push the peace and if I gotta push the unity, I gotta lose my edge. Hell no.
Yeah, I don't phone now. Yeah.
Come on, every nation got a military now, right? Every strong nation got a military, that is literally willing to fight, die, and kill to protect their precious valuables, right? To protect their nation. So if you're gonna be a soldier, we want all of the soldiers to remain soldiers and keep that edge, because it's not too much you can really do for us on the front lines if you're not willing to fight, right? If you're not willing to stand on that business. The enemy comes, send the threat, and you like, I'm pushing Pete. No, sir. No, sir. At a certain point, sometimes you gotta fight and go to war to establish the peace, to maintain the peace. You understand what I'm saying? In-house. So yeah, man.
With that statement being said, you don't think we went to war too much already? You don't think it's time to push peace? Let's break this shit down.
Oh, so let me break it down for you. It is time. Okay. It's always time to make our communities a safe and decent place to live.
Because what I want to say is, I don't know if you've seen someone viral with me and Aunt Glizzy.
Okay.
And his big point of view was, J-Man, you can't push the peace now, Duck dead. Now y'all niggas shit like Vaughn and Duck dead. Now y'all niggas want to push peace? Hell nah. So go stand on business. So how you looking at that? How you look at shit like that?
I mean, and I don't have anything against the brother. A lot of people say a lot, until they running in different information, right? Some people say they'll never push peace. I done heard people say I'll push peace when you die, but they pushing peace with us right now. You see what I'm saying? So when I said at a certain point it's time to stand on business and go to war, I'm not talking about us warring against each other. Okay. I'm not talking about us killing each other and murdering each other. But you better trust and believe that America got soldiers ready on the border right now for anybody to challenge and try to come past that border. That's a potential threat to the lives, the men, the women, and children on American soil. You better trust and believe those soldiers is going to go to war to protect what it is that they love. Now, we, unfortunately, are killing each other out of ignorance, bro. We killing each other, for what we believe is solid reasons to stand on. But when we really go back and trace history and go to the root, a lot of times what we killing each other is not worth us killing each other, brother. But the truth of the matter is there was an enemy that threw dirt, hit his hand, and the only thing we see is another black man standing in front of me trying to kill me. Another black brother at the back door trying to backdoor me. Another black brother disrespecting my wife or done killed my family. But we don't see, unfortunately, the powers that be that are responsible for creating environments for us to kill and murder each other, right? We know, listen, I know for certain there's guns dropped off in alleys. Military grade guns dropped off in alleys.
You know this for a fact.
We know this for a fact, brother. Military grade guns dropped off in alleys and crates, right?
Freight trains.
Man, all of this, brother, in our community. Drugs being brought into our community. The father being taken out of the home. Telling the mother, hey, you know what? You can't get government assistance if you got a black man in the home. This is the type of stuff that's going on. Killing off our leaders. We know our leaders have been killed and assassinated. So now you got young children growing up without fathers, right? Without guidance, without real men out here. And the first thing they want to push to us is another young soldier from the trench that they done put millions of dollars behind, but they didn't put intelligence in his head. So now on the billboard and on the TV screen, we already ain't got guidance, ain't got parents around, ain't got nobody that we could really look up to except these artists that come from the same trench that I done came from. They came from the same type of environments that I done came from. Now, am I tearing them down? No. But who put $1 million behind this young soldier? Who put $2-3 million behind this young soldier that ain't got no guidance, that ain't got no big brother? So the only thing he gonna do, damn, you gonna tell me it's a problem for me to take this money and all I gotta do is rap about what I came from, right? So he looking at you like you crazy telling him to not talk about what he talking about. They just paid me $1 million for this. But we know that they putting that $1 million behind them so that he can promote to the rest of the trenches in our community that the way to make it is to talk about killing your ops. The way to make it out the trench is to talk about disrespecting your women. The way to make it out the trench is to talk about tearing your community down. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not the one that's going to tear the soldiers down this rapping. I want to go to the root. I want to go to the one who putting the millions of dollars behind them. I want to go to the ones who dropping the guns off in the trench. I want to go to the ones who putting the drugs in our community, right? Killing our fathers off, locking our fathers up, throwing the dirt, hiding their hand, and all we left to look at is other black men that's doing us wrong, but we don't know who really behind keeping us at war with each other. Police, man, going to different neighborhoods, dropping off certain brothers in neighborhoods that they in war with people at, and saying, you know what, we may not lock you up, but we're going to drop you off in your quote-unquote ops neighborhood, right? We done had situations in real life where we don't went and talk to brothers. And unfortunately, and this is not to say that all of the police are bad, we don't trust the institution. Unfortunately, we leave and come to find out that when we left, the police told them that we was responsible for getting some of their men's locked up. You see what I'm saying? And brothers in the trench already know you can't trust a lot of these police officers. So when I talk about the real enemy, a lot of time we so divided, big bro. We so disconnected. We so not locked in. They can say anything to us. You know, so-and-so said this, but we not connected with so-and-so. So whatever the police said, we gonna go with. You see what I'm saying? That's what it is. But when I can get on the phone because we locked in, you know they said this, that, and the third happened. You know they said we did this. Hell no, we ain't had nothing to do with that. And we can validate it. And we can pull up on each other and we can talk and we can embrace and we can build. But because they know we so disconnected, you a block away. And I can't go a block away because I might get my head blown off. He ain't gonna go over there to validate that. And he hate them so much, he ain't gonna trust nothing that they say. You see what I'm saying?
That shit deep.
It's super deep, bro.
That shit deep right there.
It's super deep. So that's the real enemy we talking about, man. And I get so passionate because it's like, bro, we are some of the most influential people on the face of the earth, Brody. Listen, man, the young shorties love to whoop.
Let's start
They
there.
love the whoops, man. I've been watching you, man, online, and I'm like, man, this brother done figured out how to make a living for himself and really created a fan base. And you look at the different artists in our community, shout out Dirk, shout out Zeus, shout out Law coming up, shout out Gorilla Boy Nook, shout out all of the artists, you know, Dame and these different artists in the community that's coming up, that's influencing the world. Shout out G Herbo and all these different artists. And it's like, damn, we some of the most influential people. They use us to promote every goddamn thing, big bro. We so influential, but our communities is tore down, bro. We so influential, but we broke, starving, and gang banging in the trench, bro. That's real. We got the most power that if we was able to lock in and combine all of our resources and put all our wealth in one pot and put all our skills in one pot, why our communities got to be towed down, but when I go drive to Toohey, Illinois, or when I go to Winnetka, they goddamn McDonald's look like a mansion. You see what I'm saying?